everyone, this is Sam Create the Heart, and in my first flower video, I showed you the roses that I made using a class from Heartfelt Creations. I think it's how to make wild roses 8 different ways. So there's that one, and then I also made flowers using the classic rose. So the classic rose, I think is really, really, really lovely, and let's see. Let me show you the classic rose. So a classic rose, you have a die and then you have a stamp set. The dies, they come in kind of a large, they're kind of like separated but together so that you can stamp a group of ones and die cut them at the same time. So it's really, really nice. You can make a lot. It does take a little bit of time. I don't have the rose mold. They have a rose mold. I have this mold, which is a 3D Floral Basics, which I bought to go with a different, the other stamp sets that don't have molds. And I don't know if it would make a better rose or not, but I think it did pretty well. So I'm going to show you the ones that I made. And as far as the centers go, for this, I didn't use that much centers because I did rosebuds. But those that I did do centers for, I used pearls. I used the medium. I used these assorted pearl ones. And I used some rock candy. So I did use a few of them. And then these ones also stamp out kind of like a leaf cluster. So the leaf clusters I went ahead and put on a rose. So let's start with, and I didn't color these leaves. So I don't know if I intended to do that or not, but that's the way it goes. So they look very leafy. And I went ahead and I also glittered everything. So these are some of the purple ones that I made. And, everyone looks very different depending on what size flower I used, how far I built it up, and how I did my rosebud. This particular rosebud came out really, really nice. So here's some purple ones. And then it also cuts these little tiny flowers. So the little tiny flowers, I went ahead and put little gem centers or pearls in the middle. And this one I just used on this rose cluster. Here's a darker purple one, and you can see here are the little baby ones. And then here's a smaller flower. So I think they do look very rose-like. And you can see how different they are from the wild rose that I did. So this one, I've got this blue one, and then this blue one right here. And then these, I'm trying to think if I had, I think I had a couple little centers, like those. And then I have this pink, like that. All different ways to make these flowers. Little clusters and so on. These pink. So this one I didn't use my glue gun. I used the Dry's Clear glue for this. This is this one right here. I use this glue just because I was handling it so much and I wasn't really doing a lot of centers for it, so it didn't matter. And then I have these little ones. Oh, also for a couple of them, let me show you this other center that you can do. So I don't know if you can see these other centers that you can do. And I'm going to show you those in just a second. And this is where I use the rock candy. Just a different one so I can get like a different kind of look. The other thing that you can use for a center is these prills. So there's all different colors. I have another stack of them somewhere, but these are the ones that I was able to pull out of my box over here, or, quick. These are the rock and roll ones. And these are like little teeny tiny little beads, I guess. They're like beads, all different shapes. And all I did was use the Dry's Clear glue in the middle of the center of the flower, and then I scooped a teeny tiny bit of them on there and then kind of patted it down and waited for it to dry. These suckers will get everywhere, and a little bit goes a long way. So you just kind of want to, do it over a plate or some kind of container to kind of contain this, because they will go everywhere and they're impossible to catch. But this is what I used for that. And then I don't know if these are going to fit in this container that I got for this. So I've got this container right here. So, if you get takeout and you find that the container, like, maybe you got a little pastry in here and it wasn't like a kind of a wet thing in here, you could totally easily clean it out and use it for three-dimensional type items like the flowers. So this is also a cute way to package these up to give away, but also a really great way to store them, and then you can also see what's in here. They won't get smushed. They all seem to fit. And there it is like that. So I've got some more flowers. I might just stack them on top of here because I have room in here for my next video. Thank you for watching. This is Cindy Crank the Heart.